today is the day that we are gonna replace the seat and put the battery skin on our Ghostcat electric bike. Now this should be very easy. We're gonna be a little more calm in this video. We're not going to rush anything. Kind of want to show you guys the process. It's pretty easy to do. First thing you need to do is obviously you need to order the seat. You can get them in a bunch of different colors on their website. I really did like the green side, so this little part right here on the side would be green. But I also didn't want to blend too many colors with this, and I just wanted it to look nice and clean and natural. So first thing you gotta do, order the seat. When you get the seat in, you're gonna see underneath it has couple bolts, so that gives you a few ideas of where these bolts are going to go through. And if you really just come underneath the bike, you'll see it. Very easy to do. I just wanted to see where they were at first, and I was like, oh, you come down here and you can see there's one right there that will focus. So you got that one, then you got this one right here, and again there's like two more on this side. And then if you go to the back, they're actually right back here. You can see that. So there we go. So there's 6 in total underneath this bike. Should make it very easy to do. It's a 10 millimeter, so I'm just going to use a socket with a slight extension on this 10 right here, and I'm just going to start taking these bad boys off. Look at that. That's already one done. That was super easy. I'm actually have to go to the other side to get the other ones. It's going to be a little more difficult trying to reach those from this side because you do have the suspension in the front. So the 2 front ones are probably going to be the most difficult, but I would put difficult on a scale from, let's say, 1 to 10. This is like a 2 in the front. All these other ones are 1 out of 10 for how easy they are to take out. It would be nice if you had an automatic socket. You know, you just hit the button, ratchets it out, very easy, but it is what it is. I'm doing it the longer way, but I won't strip nothing. Oh, there's some washers, keep in mind. So this one had a washer. I didn't know if I saw a washer on this one. Oh, there is. So keep in mind there are washers. They're just, this one's kind of stuck up there and I don't think I'm gonna get that. So let me get all these off, and then I'll show you what it looks like with the seat side by side and what it looks like with the seat off. So this is all the hardware that came out. So there is a washer to every single nut. Now the first 2 in the front were jammed in there and it wouldn't allow the seat to come out. So what I had to do is had to come over here and push the seat down as hard as possible to get those washers to break loose, because they were kind of folded up in there like they've been over tightened. But again, I would rather have them over tightened, because how many people are going to be replacing their seat? And I'd rather have that than a bolt come loose on my seat and then you have to go to a hardware store and figure out what it is. So anyways, everything is off. The seat should just come off, I think. Yeah, there we go. All right, and it just pops up. Now one thing I noticed is that we're actually not going to be using that hardware anymore, because the new seat, and I'll put these side by side so you can see, but the new seat, you actually thread these in. So that's going to be very interesting to try to get these in here. I mean, you just need a screwdriver, but still you might want a stubby one, not a long one, depending on the angle you're going to get at. But all right, so we're not going to be using that hardware, so make sure, I guess, to put the nuts back onto that one, just so you don't lose them, just in case you want to ever go back to the stock seat. Now what I want to do is I want to put these things side by side and see the difference. Now that's something I didn't even notice, is that the aftermarket one from Tapia, that's actually longer. So that means it should come up way, all the way to probably here or so on the bike. So that's something I didn't even think about. I was just really thinking about the thickness and everything, and it looks wider too. If you look at them side by side, definitely looks wider. Looks real nice though. I love the stitching on it and everything like that. Here's like a side profile. Let me put them more side by side so you can see the height difference. All right, so there you go. You got a nice side by side with the bike in the back. Probably use that for the thumbnail right there. But yeah, okay, that's nice. Yeah, definitely can see the difference. Yeah, not too shabby. Now this one has less of an angle and this one has more of an angle just because the other one is longer. But you can just tell how beefy that seat is. It really doesn't show on camera, what I'm seeing in person, the difference, but definitely gonna give you an extra 2 inches of ride height. So this bike comes at 33 33 inches from sitting on it. And if you put the seat on, it goes up to 35 inches. So keep that in mind. If you're a taller person, you're really gonna love the seat upgrade, but if you're a shorter person, you might not want to do this upgrade. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna put the new seat on, but first you have to take the hardware on the bottom of the seat out. So I'll show you guys how that looks. I already removed it. Again, there is 6 that you need to remove. They're decently long. This is our new hardware right there, and that is our old hardware. So keep in mind, please, so you don't lose that, put all that stuff back on your original seat underneath and snug it up so you don't lose those bolts. We're gonna be using these. They're a little bit more difficult to put on just because you don't have a thread going through the frame right here. So you're gonna have to line it up best you can and then start getting those put in. But I would suggest doing like one corner over here and then one corner back here, and then everything should kind of be lined up, but make sure they're all loose first before you start snugging them up. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. Man, is that a big long seat? Holy moly. I found it easy if you lift up the seat a little bit so you can see where the bolt is going through. And there we go. That makes it super easy because you're kind of working blind if you have the seat pushed down. So lift it up just slightly and then you can see exactly where that hole goes in. God damn it. All right, the new seat is on. Very simple, probably took me 5 minutes. I left the screwdriver in because there was something I wanted to show you. So I was telling you guys how easy it was to put these, we'll take the nuts off on the original one. This one uses screws. Well, these were the harder ones when you take off the original seat. These ones move up to probably a 3 or 4 out of 10 difficulty because you have to make sure you have the right tool. Now for me, this worked great to kind of tighten it right there, but then when I needed to get some leverage, I needed a longer one, and it goes through here, but it hits the suspension. So it's actually sitting on suspension. So you gotta get a long one that kind of goes past this, and every time you do a rotation, depending on what you have, you might be limited. So just keep in mind that you might need a couple different screwdrivers just to get the right one to fit in there to tighten the seat down. But after that, I mean, it looks great. Now I want to sit on it. All right, moment of truth. Is this a good upgrade or not? Definitely, it looks taller when it's on the bike. It looks more meatier. It is definitely wider. Definitely a huge thing that I did not know this was. I thought it would just kind of raise it up, more padding, a little bit more softer, but oh yeah, definitely taller, but oh yeah, this thing is comfortable. You kind of just sink into the seat. Compared to the old one, it's not like the old one was bad, but the suspension makes up for any type of seat that you technically put on this. You could put a rock solid seat on this thing and it will still be comfortable because the suspension just makes up for it. But this just feels plush. I just feel like I'm sitting on a cloud. This is absolutely nice. The only thing for me personally that I'm not liking sitting on it is wider than the stock one, and the stock one's down here. That's why I keep looking down here. But yeah, so that's the only thing. So if I was to pedal this bike, might be a little like rubbing on the inside, but other than that, I mean, yeah, that's nice. And especially if you're a taller person, it does feel like I am a little bit more hunched over the bike, but not by much. I thought I was going to be more like this, or way out like this, like kind of how my Super 73 is. And no, this is nice. We definitely have to ride it, but first we do that, we got to do the battery stuff first. And what I mean by the battery is we got to put these onto the battery. So I'm gonna have to take the original decals off. I think I'm just gonna use a plastic razor blade if I could find one in my garage to take that off so I don't scratch it up. I'm pretty sure you could put that overlay on top of that, but I also don't want to see like a bubble behind it. Another thing too, going back to that seat, again, make sure you put your hardware on this seat and then wrap it up in the plastic that the aftermarket one came in. So this is the box real quick and I'll show you. From Tapia Seats. It's upside down. But this huge plastic bag will fit this seat. So I would just put this back in there and then put it somewhere in your garage with the other shit. I gotta find out where this is gonna go. All right, so I found my plastic razor blade and it's still gonna leave a little bit of marks on the battery, but not as much as like a metal razor blade or something like that. So I'm pretty much just gonna come through best I can. Let's do it this way. And be honestly, you probably don't even need this. I would say if you get a little bit of heat on this thing, you won't even have to put marks on there. So once I started it, this thing comes off so nice. Yeah, you don't even need a plastic razor blade, screw that. just heat up one end or get your nail under it, and you won't even have to do those marks I did, but we're not gonna see it once we put that on. And this is a lot easier than I thought. I've never had a battery sticker from a company come off this easy. They normally don't want you to take these off. All right, and then one side is done. This side I decided to do with my nail, no plastic razor blade, just to show you guys that you can do it without having a plastic razor blade. But I will say that did make it a little easier to start the edge, but if you got some nails, you won't have any issue. And oh yeah, that was cake. So I think what I want to do, because there's 3 pieces, there's one for, you know, the left side, the right side, and then the top of the battery. So we should probably do the left and right side with it being on the bike, because that's going to hold the battery together. I mean, you could probably do it on the carpet still too, but I'm going to probably do it on the bike. But the one that goes on the top, right in the middle right there, we're going to have to take the battery off because I want to make sure that's lined up correctly. So I'm going to see how easy this is to do and hopefully not mess it up, because I feel like we only got one shot of this, and it's on there forever. I guess the first thing I should do is use some alcohol kind of cleaning solution just to make sure it's nice and clean. There's no oil on it, no residue, so that sticks as good as possible. All right, so it looks like this middle one right here is the one that goes onto this side. And you can tell because you can look at the curves of it. I still would like to, you know, kind of line it up, I guess. I wish there was a way I could probably cut it and kind of see exactly where it's gonna sit, because I don't know if it's gonna go super far in the back. I do have a little template right here that kind of lets you know. I just wanna make sure to get it in the right spot, you know, so. All right, without further ado, let's, make sure you wash your hands, because I just noticed that my hands are dirty. Probably from doing that seat upgrade. So hopefully I don't block the camera too much, but this is how we're gonna have to do it, I guess. Here we go. And it's probably the best it's gonna be. Guess it could have went lower, to be honest. I should have followed this line down here. So there's a nice line on the bottom. I was following this top line, and I would have rather had it more down here. So it looks like we kind of already put it on. So at least I'll do better on the other side. All right, let's make sure we wipe this side down. Just nice and clean. I'm gonna get the top too, because we're gonna be putting that top one on. All right, now follow this line on the bottom. Oh man. At least you're learning from my video. You don't make the same mistake I did. So, let's see. I might be blocking the camera. I apologize, but let's go. Roughly gonna go like right there. Oh no, it's starting to stick. No, 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 not yet, not yet. Oh, I put a crease in it. How does that happen? Okay, I like that. I like that's where that's sitting. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh, thought I was gonna get a crease right there. All right. Yeah, that one looks much better. Oh yeah, that was the spot that it needs to go. Technically, it could probably go a little farther back, but no, I'm pretty happy with that because it lines up right there. So, all right. So the other side, not as good, but who's gonna notice other than you guys? Now the top one, probably gonna have to take this battery out. It's gonna be the easiest way to do it. At least the batteries are easy to take out on this bike. And I think we're just gonna have to do the top with it sitting right here. All right, and not exactly sure how far this goes back. I'm not sure if it's supposed to go back here or is it supposed to go in the front. I know it's not gonna be blocking that, but okay, it looks like it goes pretty far. All right, well, let's start like right here, I guess. I didn't look up any videos of doing this before I decided to do it, so I don't think there was even any videos out there showing how to do this. And there we go. That's actually not too shabby. All right. And that's how it looks in the front. Now, I guess if you wanted to, you could go a little lower if you want, but I kind of like that. It stops right here. If I would have went farther this way, then this would have been more farther back, and I kind of like how this is because it matches with the sides. If you notice that, the sides are pretty accurate. Yeah, so that is our battery skins. Probably one of the easiest upgrades, but probably one of the most stressful because I want to make sure to do it right. Now there's one more upgrade to do before I walk around the bike and show you guys how it looks. So if you guys didn't notice from my video review, this is upside down. So this does come with 2 faceplates. I'm gonna change this one out to the other logo, but if you guys didn't notice, maybe you caught it. I didn't see any comments on it in my last video review, but yeah, I put the faceplate on upside down. The company told me after the video was done, and I was like, well, really no going back now. I'm gonna change it though, and I wanna show you guys how easy it is to change these faceplates. So it does come with zip ties, and you don't wanna cut these. I would definitely not cut these. These are ones that have a quick release on them, so you can just push this in, and it's hard to do with one hand, but once you push it in, you can take these zip ties out and you can easily save these and you can put a new faceplate on. So I'm gonna put the faceplate on that I have sitting right over here and hopefully put it the right way up, and then we're gonna see how this bike looks. Now here's how it looks with all the zip ties on there. I like to put them on the faceplate to begin with so you guys can see how I wrap them around to give you guys an idea. So once you do this, it's easier to put onto the forks. And if you want to see how the bike looks without that faceplate, that's how it looks. Definitely to me looks better with that faceplate. So let me get that installed real quick. And this is how it looks when it's all done. Let me move it out here into the sun so you guys can see. Alright guys, whoa, crap, forgot, this bike's scary. I also fixed my car, by the way. Stupid lady that hit me, if you guys didn't watch the other video, and it was when I was trying to transport this thing to my girl's house when we did a video at Woodward Park, and then I think I had taken it off and had to go back there to pick up my camera for the footage. So anyways, I got it fixed. Didn't go through insurance because it would have been a pain in the ass. Whoa, 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 whoa. God, I keep forgetting how fast and torquey this bike is. 140 Newton meters of torque. Oh, I guess I should take the key so I don't lose it. You know what? I need to put it in this pouch. Shout out to them giving a pouch, man. This is coming in handy. I got my phone in there because I don't have a phone mount. So look at this, just doop. Never lose the keys. Even if I wreck, this is not gonna come off the bike and rip apart. Like, it should stay pretty planted. All right, whoa, here we go. I gotta say, man, oh yeah, this seat feels nice. It doesn't stink, it don't smell, nothing. No mold. No, seriously though, guys, I mean, it feels really, really nice. One thing I'm noticing though, and I guess the other one had a little bit of texture, so I do feel like I could slide a little bit, but I am in sweats, so I guess the sweats don't help. So I guess if you were in some jeans, you wouldn't have that problem. But, oh, it feels nice and smooth. Yeah, this is very comfortable. I gotta go hit some stuff. I gotta go like on the sidewalk or something, even though you're not supposed to ride on the sidewalk. Let's hit this, let's hit this. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going over some bumps. Oh, this is comfortable. Absolutely. Oh, here's a big one. Whoa! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This seat is awesome. I do feel a little taller on the seat. Don't feel like that much though. I mean, 2 inches is 2 inches. I mean, trying to get all the inches possible. You know what I'm saying, guys? But seriously, no, it feels good. No complaints at all. Now, personally, like, okay, $300 is a lot. I feel like if you're gonna spend $300 on the seat, maybe think about getting like something that has color, some, you know, some nice color stitching, like the hot pink stitching or the green on the side. The black one to me is pretty plain, but I just wanted to kind of have a neutral bike. I didn't want to like throw any crazy colors out there or have too much of the green, because they have a nice green that matches with this green frame. I gotta say, man, that battery, checking out that, dang, that looks nice and clean now. I kind of wish I would have got a color one. I honestly want to spend another $50 and take these ones off and see how hard it is to actually take these ones off compared to the factory ones, and change that out. Woo! I stood up for that. I won't stand up for this one. Here we go. Woo! Didn't even come out of my seat or nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Fantastic bike, guys. Fantastic. Let me know if you guys want me to do more videos on this bike. You gotta drop a comment. I don't know what you guys want. Tell me the content you guys want. Now, I'll tell you guys, I'm not going to be doing a 72 volt system on here. However, there is someone that, and I don't exactly remember who it was, but someone is making an enclosure for a battery that's gonna fit down here that could probably be like 40 amp hours. And if they do, I will buy it. And I hope they get it soon, because I am gonna keep this thing for a while. And the reason why is because when I get the F4X, I wanna compare them. The 52 volt versus 60. So we'll just have to see. Hopefully there's no delay or nothing like that, you know? But yeah, I'm excited for the new 60 volt. This is obviously a fun bike, but drop a comment if you want more videos like this. And badass seat, no issues. Is it worth $300? It really just depends on your bank account. You don't need it, you really don't. But if you do want it, it is a nice upgrade, especially if you're a taller person. It gives you more leg room for pedaling. They definitely don't come up as high as anymore. It still comes up high though. It is not really the best bike for pedaling, but it's definitely helping though. Definitely feels more comfortable to me, definitely. But yeah, if you're 5'5" or under, yeah, keep the original seat. See you guys at the house. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. You guys are the true MVPs of this channel, and I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you just enjoyed it, you know, with the new upgrades on the Ghostcat e-bike. I like that they're coming out with upgrades. Again, they're coming out with a 60 volt version of this bike. This is the 52 volt version. So if you wanna go faster, look on their website right now before pre-orders are done. They might even be sold out by now. If you use my coupon code down below with the sale they have going on, you'll save $250 on that bike. So it's a little bit better. You could ride it, have some fun with it, and the resale value will be a little higher when you go to sell it, because again, it's gonna be cheaper in the long run when you buy it now. If you wait, you're gonna be paying an extra 250 bucks. So use the code now, links in the description. Also, Beyond Riders, definitely highly recommend them if you guys need some clothing and stuff like that. You know, just be safe out there. So if you do go down, you're definitely protected and you won't get as injured as bad. So see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching again. Peace out.